Coach, first day of school, a few distractions for the guys, but a hot day for practice. Talk about how everything's going so far, preseason up till today.
It's going real well. It's actually going a lot better than I expected. We've got, with the 9th graders that we moved up to high school, we've got 16 players this year, which is better than I expected. The offense, we're installing an entirely new offense. It's looking very good so far. Today, first day of school, half day, didn't look so good, but you know, that's to be expected. I think the guys' minds were elsewhere, but we're installing a spread offense. Got a couple of power packages, and looking better than I expected so far. And we've got a jamboree Friday night, and we'll be able to tell a little bit more when that comes along.
All right, Coach, I know this is your first year with the team. What did you know about the team before coming into practice?
Basically what I was told is they hadn't won many games the last few years. Morale was down, and I came in, luckily I was able to come in the spring, work with the guys through spring practice, and they saw that we were changing up the offense. That excited them, and now that we've come out in fall practice, they're buying into the system and they're excited, and it's just going to take a while. You know, you've been beaten down so long, it takes a while to get that winning edge.
All right, let's talk about some of the names that have stood out so far for you during the spring and also through this part of practice. Talk about some of the guys you're going to sort of lean on this season.
Our leader right now probably is senior Alan Woodcock. He's our vocal leader, hard hitter on defense. Not the biggest, most athletic guy out there, but he's got a big heart and he gets after it. He'll be running the ball for us some, playing a little fullback here and there, a little wing. The quarterback is a 9th grader, Hunter Harmon. Hunter's looked really good so far. We've been working with Hunter on throwing the football. He's got great running skills, speed. He can do all that, but he's never thrown the ball much. That's still a work in progress, but he's making strides every day. We picked up a kid, Ethan Tudor. I believe he was at Calhoun City last year. He's going to be an 11th grader. He's got some speed, got some hands on him. He's going to be a good addition. And our big linemen, George Washington and Jacob Cressman, they continue to open holes for us in practice. And then Dustin Willis, I came in here, and Dustin, I believe last year might have been Dustin's first year of football. And everybody told me he'd be a decent lineman, but I'm actually going to try Dustin at fullback some. He's got pretty good speed, and he's not scared to stick his nose in there, so I'm going to lean on Dustin, I think, on offense a little bit. And then Danny Joe Norman, another 9th grader, going to be a big part of our offense and defense. I believe he led the team last year in tackles as an 8th grader, which I don't know if that's a good sign or not, but he's got a lot of speed, a lot of ball skills on offense, so we're going to lean on him heavily.
All right, Coach, talk about the spread offense. What's the defensive set, and what's it looking like this season?
We're running 2 sets on defense. We're going to run a 24, where we don't have a nose guard. We're going to move our ends in a little bit into about the 4 gap, and have 4 linebackers. One of them will be a monster, which will probably be Danny Joe Norman. He can go sideline to sideline. So we're going to run a 24 a lot. Teams that like to pound it at us, we're going to run a 33 stack. You know, put Alan Woodcock at middle linebacker. He's got a nose for it, and we're going to try to just utilize our speed. I know this 8-man. I'm still learning about 8-man, but I know it's just keep them off the corners, and I think we've got the speed to do that. So what we want is teams to try to run it up the middle on us. I'm feeling pretty good about things right now with our defense.
All right, Coach. Just sort of a vogue question here. What do you feel like some of the team's strengths will be this season?
Number one, speed, no doubt. Our speed, that's probably the biggest threat we've got is our speed. I think another plus for our team this year will be the fact that they have been down so long, and I think they're starting to see that we actually have the talent around here that we can win some football games. I think just the guys' attitudes, they're buying into the system, and I actually think we're going to surprise some people this year.
All right, of course, along with the positive, there's going to be some negatives. So what do you feel like team weaknesses may be?
I'd say the biggest negative, not necessarily team weakness, but the biggest negative is the fact that we're having to play so many young guys. You know, we've got a 7-game junior high schedule and a 10-game high school schedule, and we've got 6 9th graders playing high school, including our quarterback and starting running back. So, you know, to me, depth is our biggest weakness right now. But we do have 16 guys we can count on. albeit some of those are younger guys, they can come in for a few plays here or there and give our other guys a blow here and there. But I would say that the depth's probably the biggest weakness right now.
All right, Coach. Of course, I know you're new to this 8-man Calhoun Academy style football. What is the region looking like, and how does that shape it up, do you feel?
Region's pretty strong. Calvary, again, is probably the favorite. They won it all last year. I want to say their quarterback threw for about 2,400 yards and ran for about, I think it was 1,200 or 1,300. They're probably the favorite. I think it's to our advantage. We got them the last game of the year. Central out of Macon is another strong team. You know, a lot of people think it's going to come down to those two, but I'm not so sure. I think, like I said, I think we're going to surprise some people. Kemper, I've been talking a lot to their coach. They picked up a few transfers from, I'm not sure exactly where, a small town close by had a school, something happened there, and they picked up 4 or 5 transfers. So our region as a whole is going to be very strong top to bottom. But I think we're going to be right in the mix this year.
All right, and finally, let's close out talking about that jamboree. You said something about Friday night. Where's it at, and more details on that?
Okay, it's we got a jamboree, high school jamboree at Kemper Academy. It'll be at 6:30. It's going to be ourselves, Kemper, and Calvary, and we'll play the first 2 quarters, 1 quarter against Kemper and 1 against Calvary, and like I said, it'll kick off at 6:30.
All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate you taking time out of your day with us, and man, look forward to talking to you throughout the season. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.